think the way that influencing on Instagram is being done is in a way where we are just becoming more and more like each other. It's becoming more trendy, becoming viral, It's not pushing boundaries or becoming unique, sharing something truthful, hopeful. Um, it's just whoever can get viral the most. Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Blessing. I am so glad that you're here. I made a video recently about my journey as an influencer and what led me to finally get off Instagram. I've been off Instagram for a week. If you have not seen the video of me sharing in detail what happened, please go check out that video. I'll have it linked in the description. But I have so much to share today. I want to talk about some observations that I have had from being on Instagram and things that I think we can all relate to across all social media, as well as some observations now that I've been off of Instagram and kind of how it's affected my everyday life, my productivity, my walk with the Lord. And it's only been a week. So I do have lots to share. Be sure to subscribe. I love making videos. I think long form content is definitely something that I have neglected for a long time. And now that I'm off Instagram, I really want to invest some time into creating in this way. I really find it to be such an enjoyment. And I also love that I can get to be helpful for you guys and hopefully encourage you in some way. So be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you are interested in continuing to watch videos like this. So, I am a big movie person, and a lot of times I tend to look at life through the lens of certain movies. And it came to mind the other day the movie Escape Room. If you have not seen this movie, then I would skip a little bit past this part because I am going to spoil it. The movie Escape Room is such a good analogy for my feeling about social media. There's a group of people and they are all trying to win money by going through these various rooms. They don't know that these rooms are actually a lot more than just a normal escape room. They're dangerous, life threatening escape rooms. And they don't realize that it's someone up at the top or a group of people that are having them participate in these games for the elite people to kind of watch and get entertainment out of. So I was thinking about this, and in the end of the movie, Escape Room, there is one character, the main character. She finally decides that she's not going to play their little games anymore. She has had enough and she decides that she's going to um, choose a different way to go. And another character tells her that she has to play, there's no other option. And she completely ignores that and decides that she's going to find a way out of the game. And she does just that. And that is so representative of the way that I view social media. Like, we are just caught in this hamster wheel of constantly playing these little games. And I'll explain more of what I mean with that. But there is a way out. You don't have to be on social media. You can lessen your time on social media or you can go off of it completely. You don't have to participate in the games that they want us to play. And so, yeah, that's just something I wanted to share because I think a lot of times we think we have to do what everyone else is doing just because everyone is on social media. We don't want to feel like we're missing out. But there is another option. You do have the option to not participate in social media if you feel like it is negatively affecting you. And so I want to get into some things that I have noticed on Instagram that I would consider to be like games that we're playing, and they're just kind of problematic. And I don't think we even quite realize that we're playing these games. As an influencer, one thing that I really noticed when engaging with other content creators, other influencers, is the idea that I will like your post if you like mine. And if you don't like my post, then I'm not going to like yours. That was such a huge thing. And it would really bug me because I wasn't on there 24/7. There were some people I know who were, but I wasn't on there all the time. So I might miss your post and maybe I don't catch up on your post and you won't like mine. And it was just this whole back and forth of kind of being petty. Like, I missed your post, so now you're not going to like mine. And it just felt very disingenuous, is the best way I can describe it, because you're not liking someone's post because it inspires you or you think it's very beautiful or something. You're just liking posts because you're trying to get someone to like yours. You know what I'm saying? Same thing goes with comments. Like, you'll leave a nice comment for someone. If they don't leave a nice comment for you, then maybe the next time you comment, it won't be as nice. Maybe it'll just be one word, or you won't comment at all. I noticed that a lot. And I'm not saying everyone does that, but it just, it really started to affect me because I felt like, well, if that's the way everyone does it, then I guess that's the way I should do it too. And it really makes you become this really like petty person, like tit for tat, where, if you don't scratch my back, I'm not scratching yours. And I don't think it should be like that. I think it should be that you like the posts that you like because you like them, or you don't like the post because maybe you didn't want to like it or you didn't see it. And that's okay. So that's just one thing that I noticed. And there are several other things as well. One thing that is really, really creepy about Instagram, and I can say this about Facebook as well because it's the same concept, but stories. Stories. It is so strange that we can see what other people are doing all the time. And I only came to this realization um, within the last month or so that it's not normal for us to know constantly what our friends and family are doing, or even people we don't know. It's not natural. There was a time where you would have to call up a friend or go see them in person to know what they're doing. And you actually got to catch up with that person because you hadn't seen them for quite some time. I think social media in general has really skewed the way that we fellowship with one another and communicate because we are so used to constantly seeing what everyone else is doing. And because we're seeing what everyone else is doing, we therefore think we have an idea about who they are as a person, but we're basing it off of a photo or a quote that they share. We're taking things out of context. We're thinking every story is about us. So there's just a lot of issues I have with stories. I think that they can be a good thing in a sense that you can get a message out to a lot of people if it's really important. You can do that all at once. I think that that really helps in times of crisis, or if you really need people to know about something, you can get a story out there and share it to everyone, and then it disappears after 24 hours. I think that that can be a good thing, but overall, I think stories are a little bit creepy. I'm not gonna lie. The other thing that I really noticed when I was on Instagram is that there would be people that would watch your stories, but just would not engage with you at all. And of course, as a content creator, that's a little bit frustrating, but I imagine that is frustrating for anyone, right? If someone is like watching your stories constantly, and at this point, they've been doing it for months, maybe years, and they don't like anything, they don't comment, I, why are you here? That would be my question, is like, what are you doing? Because when I um when I go on stories, it's because I want to see something um inspiring, or want to catch up with you. But I don't typically just like watch stories. I watch because I want to interact. Um so if I go watch a friend's story and I see a really cool recipe that they made, I will reply usually and be like, "Oh, that looks good," or like, "Oh, what ingredient did you use for this?" So, and I'm not saying we're all perfect at that. We're not all perfect. I certainly, am now realizing and coming to reflect on things that I personally have been doing, and I can see how it looks now that I'm on the outside. So, again, no one's perfect, but I just think it's so creepy to just be watching people all the time and not wanting to talk to them. And then the weirdest part is when you see someone in person that watches your stories all the time, and they never like reply or anything. You see them in person and they talk to you as if they just know everything. Like, "Oh, I saw you were at this place and you were with such and such." And I'm like, "That is so weird. Why didn't you say anything when you saw it?" So I know I'm not the only one. I know I cannot be the only one that thinks that that's weird. Something else I've noticed is that Instagram really just makes us want to conform to be like everyone else. And it's so interesting because it's disguised as being unique. You see a photo or a reel and you think it's so unique, and then it becomes a trend, and then we want to copy the trends, but maybe not everyone has seen that it's a trend. So you're making it look like it's unique. It's just such a weird thing. Um, so those are just a couple of things that I noticed, and I'm sure there are plenty more. But on the flip side of that, I'm so glad that I have some really, really great things that have developed since being off Instagram, and I want to share those as well. I want to end on a very positive note. So I have noticed that my time is so much better spent being off Instagram. I mean, I have so much time, and it's so crazy to think about how much time we spend on social media and we don't realize the things that we could be doing to better ourselves, to help other people, just leisure time to do nothing. Um, it's just wild. I'm also a mom, and I'm a mom of a almost 5-month old and a wife, and excuse me. And I have all this time when my baby goes down for a nap. Normally I would just be scrolling on social media, and now I am cleaning out my closet, um, reading, learning new things on YouTube, taking care of things around the house sometimes, y'all. But just things that I was not doing before. Spending time in the Word, like reading my Bible. So, you know, not to say that social media isn't fun, but I got my little cat friend here who's popping up every now and then. But I think the way that influencing on Instagram is being done is in a way where we are just becoming more and more like each other. The standard is not something new, something creative. It's becoming more trendy, becoming viral, becoming more like the standard of who can get the most likes. You know, it's not pushing boundaries or becoming unique, sharing something truthful, hopeful. Um, It's just whoever can get viral the most. And, you know, good for those people. Good for the people that are getting viral views and they're making money and all of that. But at some point, I have to ask, are you truly happy with just doing that? Maybe you are, I mean, who am I to judge? Maybe you are happy doing that. But that wasn't my lane. That wasn't for me. And so I can only share my point of view, how it's helped me to really focus on what truly matters to me. And I hope that you'll stick around and keep watching these videos because I do have a lot more to bring to the light. And this is a journey, it's not going to be perfect. Just because I'm not on Instagram doesn't mean I don't have other life experiences and things to share and hopefully encouragement to bring to you all. And I really want this to be a place where you not only get a lot out of my content, but we can share in life together. So leave a comment below. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Do you notice some strange things on social media, on Instagram? Let me know. But I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.